how are you? Wow, another week. So, iba energy ngayon, iba na yung mas buhay ako ngayon. I'm actually more confident to do another vlog, aside from the fact that, there are a lot of facts happening right now here in the Philippines. So, what is this story that we need to exchange with, no? So firstly, I am very relieved. That's why I feel different these days. Why I am not anymore, harping on, why, and a lot of whys happened in the election. So why am I happy? I'm happy. I'm always happy. But the thing is, I actually was able to discover something. So what is that discovery? That discovery is tantamount to reading an article about Cambridge Analytica. No? And unfortunately, this explains it all. This explains it all. This explains our fears, our anger, our frustration, and how you feel so devastated, how everybody feels so devastated with the result. So, I'm going to put it in a nutshell because the article was really kind of long, but it is worthy to read. Those who wanted, please let me know. Just, give me your information. I'm definitely going to give that article to you. So what is the article all about? So the one who wrote the article is a Filipino. His name is Edelito Sanco. So I met him in one of the social media, and we were able to exchange a lot of information together. So having said that, Edelito Sanco was able to really root up into a lot of information about the past performances of Cambridge Analytica. So why did I say performances? It has a lot of impact with the way social media was being played with by Cambridge Analytica. How are they doing it? They play on fears, they play on anger, they play on the mindset of people. And take note, not just the Filipinos. So when I say play with, they basically have this sort of system in Cambridge Analytica that they will be able to iron out and zero in on those people, about 87 million around the world. Take note of that, about how they feel. So they tap into that. They harbor on the fears. They harbor on how you feel online, and they will tap you as their prey, as their, I call it lab rats, and they will definitely feed you more and more on what you wanted to see. So who are the victims? We are all victims. I mean, at least not me, but the people who lack discernment. And going back to the Trump election, and it was also mentioned the Brexit election, Cambridge Analytica was used. And why am I saying this? Why am I harping on this? Because we just had an election, and this is a post-election review, not anymore part of Yung Leader Mo series, but this is a review because we Filipinos need to really identify what happened, what really happened. So after May 9th, actually on the May 9th evening, I was already crying, seeing the numbers, and I didn't want to believe. I didn't want to, cater into Lenny lost, no. There was a repelling moment for me, super not understanding, super not accepting. Even now, don't get me wrong, I have not accepted the fact that, Lenny didn't make the numbers. But just let's put it on the fact format, the fact mode. There are already videos being seen, like live videos, that the number of Lenny just went down, like not just 1, 200, 300, millions went down. That's number one. Number two, there are already pictures lurking around, not just social media, that basically there are people, I'm not gonna say what part of the country, who are shading about this thick of ballots. It's a call for, election failure. But still, the news is around the world already that, the son of the dictator is back, and we are being laughed at by the whole planet. Shame on us, huh? Shame on us. So, going back to what Trump did, how Brexit happened, what is the connection with the election of the Philippines? Cambridge Analytica was, let's put it this way, it got connected with the presumptive, that's how they call it, son of the dictator, supposed to be president until he is proclaimed. He's not yet proclaimed, take note of that. He got connected about 2020 July to Cambridge Analytica, and lo and behold, exactly what happened and how it happened with the Trump, success in the election, having to win and, lurking around with fake news and fabricated stories. Take note, guys, and take note of this. Isn't it that the Philippines is the tech capital of the world? Or let's just put it in Asia. And take note of that. Having said that, Cambridge Analytica technically took that opportunity. That was the window. And it got all connected. Because there's also a video of, the son of the dictator. He was saying that, he was being stopped to promote himself and, talk about himself in the social media, by the news, and etc., etc. So he took the chance of promoting himself in identified social media outfits through text messages, and he said he got the trolls. He admitted it. He admitted it. And take note, when someone admits it in public, what are we going to think about it? How are we going to think about it? Did he cheat? Did he try to manipulate the elections? Did he try to, fill up the 40 million unaccounted for ballots? No? All these things are happening right now in the Philippines. And take note, it all boils down and all points to greed, power, hunger for power of the son of the dictator. It's so hurting that the Philippines is being converted into like this, but why? Let's now go to the bottom line. So I used the word lack of discernment earlier. So when you say lack of discernment, what's really happening is that people, would just believe anything and everything that they will see in front of you, the social media, that they'll be connected with. I'm not gonna say what. But the thing is, lack of discernment is the problem. No, it's not about lack of discernment. Because the educational level of the Filipinos were technically tampered and pulled down by the intention of revisionism. Imagine that. So because the son of the dictator's family is still alive, they wanted to change how people will look at them. And this election actually proved it successful. But unfortunately for them, people are not sleeping. People are not, just going to take this sitting down. We're not throwing the towels yet. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Because the people who his father basically had the connection with in terms of what? Abuse, death, martial law, cases, they're still alive. Some of them even survived. So they wanted to change the way people looks at them. But you cannot change the past. You can't. History is history. So I don't think they're gonna be successful on that. But one of the things that I'd like to harp on here and emphasize here in our kwentuhan, in my talk, is that however detailed Cambridge Analytica did to the Filipinos, this time to the Filipinos, in exchange of billions of dollars or euros, it went effective. It went really very effective. They targeted, guess what? They targeted the hungry after the pandemic. They targeted the hungry not just for food, they targeted the hungry for money. They targeted the hungry not just for food and money, they targeted the hungry for food, money, and political position. They tried to make people angry about each other. They tried to make people angry about the situation. Through what? False information, fake news, and fabricated stories. And for me, that's really very mean. When will it stop? And it's being harbored by the huge social media outfit, as supported by Cambridge Analytica. Well, I hope this message will go somewhere. I'm gonna post this definitely. And this is not just about a vlog. This is about a clamor for Filipinos to learn how to think, to learn how to discern, to learn how to decide well. And it's a no joke thing. It is a no joke thing what happened to us. So we're not gonna stop. We're still going to stand for the truth. And yes, I'm speaking full English right now. Maybe 0.001 Tagalog. Why? I need everybody to know what's happening. I need everybody to know and understand that the Filipinos are still worth fighting for. Because we are not a bad country. But we have really bad politicians. And I think the whole world knows that. So, I'm near my office. And just a reminder, let's stand for truth. Revisionism will never change history. We will fight for truth. We will stand for truth. And I'm gonna see you, Greenies. Thank you. Thank you to all the subscribers and the viewers. I love you. Bye, Greenies.